Welcome to Attleboro Update. The Attleboro Public Library, with the help from many volunteers and local organizations, is set to launch its annual Big Read program on International Literacy Day, September 8th. The program is part of a citywide and national initiative to restore reading as a centerpiece of American culture. This year's Big Read program will center around Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird and the theme, A Loss of Innocence. Several organizations in the Attleboro area will promote the theme through a variety of activities and events. We spoke with the Big Read organizers to find out what else is in store for this year's event.
In choosing To Kill a Mockingbird, we've chosen 3 different ways to present the themes from the book. The first one being the loss of innocence, with which both the Attleboro Arts Museum and then the Y in New Hope are going to be doing some programming based around the theme of the loss of innocence. Another theme we're working with is the whole treasure tree, where Boo, the individual who is reclusive in the story, starts getting to know the kids and taking care of the kids by leaving treasures in a tree. So we have several different types of treasure tree programs going on, including a tree tour at Capron Park, one at Oak Knoll, a family tree workshop at the library, and then we're also going to create a tree that people can leave small treasures for the New Hope shelter in. So we're kicking off on September 8th, which is International Literacy Day. We always love when we fall on that day. And the Literacy Center will be doing some games from the 1930s, hopefully on the front lawn, if not inside. And there's also going to be a special event that we don't think's ever happened in Attleboro at 10 o'clock. The Attleboro Area Bar Association has gotten permission for us to show the movie in the courthouse on a Friday night in September. So we're excited about that. We think being in a courthouse while watching that movie is going to add a lot to somebody's sense of what was really going on in the book. We have some great book discussions going on, including one at the library with Kathy Hickman doing a panel, and Kathy's a local book columnist for our local newspaper.
This is my 4th year, I believe, doing the illustration for the bus ads and the website for 1ABC. This year is To Kill a Mockingbird. It's been a book I've been waiting for a few years now. It's a book that I loved in high school, and I was really excited to do the drawing. Excuse me, I just was reminded it's 5 years actually, time flies. So To Kill a Mockingbird is very special to me. I chose the 2 main characters, Jem and Scout. Scout was obviously my favorite, so she's sort of showcased in the drawing. Between the 2 faces, there's actually Boo Radley's tree. So there's a lot of symbolism in the piece. I tried to include as much as I could, sort of the irony of Jem's loss of innocence, so he's sort of looking away from you, whereas Scout sort of kept her faith in humanity, so she's staring right out at you saying that, yes, I still believe in you. So it was a very interesting piece for me to do, and I really enjoyed doing it.
The museum is very pleased to be involved in the Big Read this year. We've been involved since 2007, and a highlight for us every year is to salute the book that is being read with an arts response. We always do some sort of visual arts response. It could be sometimes married with a poetry response or performance, but this year it's very much a visual response that focuses on one aspect of To Kill a Mockingbird, and this year's focus is loss of innocence. What I wanted to do was to capture that very important theme within the book and to create visual responses that would focus on the real life story of children that are being served by the Attleboro Taunton area Department of Children and Families. We thought this year, because loss of innocence and families are so important within To Kill a Mockingbird, we would really zone in on that. So 11 artists have volunteered their time, and they're creating individual mixed media works that spotlight the story of a foster child. And they will be on display on October 17th here at the museum. The work will be up for only 1 day, so between 10 and 5 the work will be on display, and then from 7 until 8:30 there will be a reception that honors the artists and talks a little bit about the stories of the children, how they mirror some of the issues in To Kill a Mockingbird, and how the artist created the pieces based again on case studies from DCF.
The Attleboro YMCA will be presenting a workshop on child sexual abuse. It's called Darkness to Light, Stewards of Children Training. It's a 2.5 workshop, and it is to educate adults to prevent, recognize, and react responsibly to child sexual abuse. Well, it's part of the Big Read because the book, To Kill a Mockingbird, is a good portion of the book is about child sexual abuse and loss of innocence. So in this community, we want to educate people on everything there is to know about child sexual abuse and how to protect children and react responsibly to a child that's being sexually abused or is sexually abused. So we want to get it out there. We want people to know about it, and we want people to have the tools they need to deal with it collectively as a community.
Along with To Kill a Mockingbird, there's also a book called Scout, Atticus, and Boo by Mary McDonough Murphy. And I've contacted Mary, and she has agreed to come to Attleboro to be our keynote speaker. She's going to talk about her book, about To Kill a Mockingbird. And what her book is a series of interviews with people ranging from Tom Brokaw to Oprah Winfrey to David Kippen, who was the first NEA representative who came to Attleboro when we read Fahrenheit 451 and came to the Attleboro Museum. And he's going to talk, as everyone does in this book, about how To Kill a Mockingbird has impacted their lives in one way or another. And to follow that up, Mary McDonough Murphy has also come out with a film called Hey Boo, To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee. And this has just come out, and it's a film that she does. It's called The Untold Story Behind a Great American Novel. And so we'll also have this film available and be showing that. And she's going to be at the Attleboro Public Library at 7 o'clock on October 4th.